It's typical Israeli food. It's basically grilled beef, chicken, good steaks. People do come for the shawarma. It's our most popular item. We opened in the beginning of 2003. We just saw the need for an authentic Israeli restaurant that was also kosher. Kosher means that we use certain cuts of the cow, no pork allowed. Since it's a kosher restaurant, we get a lot of Orthodox Jews. We are Yemenites. My brother is my partner. Our mother is the cook. All of the recipes are hers. The secret to our success is our mom. We don't make food out of sand, but she could. I want them to come in and have an experience they might have in a restaurant in Israel. It's unpretentious, it's very relaxed. They'll just have a good meal.
So David, you say that the uniqueness of Taboun Grill always keeps you coming back. Tell us why you chose it.
Well, I love going to Taboun because I just love Israeli and Middle Eastern food. Falafel, hummus, shawarma, food like that is just great. And at Taboun Grill, it's all cooked right in the back. The owner's mother is in the back cooking all day. She's Israeli. The owners are Israeli, and they create some phenomenal Middle Eastern and Israeli food that I just keep going back to over and over and over again.
So Brian, we told you we were going to send you to a kosher Jewish restaurant. What did you think?
Well, I loved how the show sent me to two different directions of the city, which is good. But what I loved about it was it took me out of the comfort zones that I had. And when I arrived to it, it was kind of quiet and desolate outside, not in a bad way, but in a way that it was like, is this going to be a little laid back kind of day? And walked in and it was bustling. There were families. There was tons of conversation. People were just eating and having a great time and just enjoying themselves, and that was the exciting part of it.
My experience was pretty similar to Byron's. When I walked in, and I was with my girlfriend, we were kind of like, oh, okay. And it was that same effect. I felt like I had walked into a kitchen, a family dinner, and it was just so much energy in the restaurant. We were seated immediately. We were more observing than anything, because it took me totally out of my comfort zone, but it was a wonderful experience. It was great. It was very different though, very, very different.
So David, you grew up with Jewish food, but this is not like typical Jewish food, what people
It's
think.
not your typical
No
Jewish,
gefilte fish.
No gefilte fish. No, it's not. I mean, it's not gefilte fish and kreplach soup. It's real Israeli food, and there's a big difference between Jewish holiday food and Israeli food. It is a cultural experience. It certainly is there for the community because you do have a very large Orthodox Jewish community in the Rogers Park area, so they do go towards and look at kosher food, and it is strictly kosher, and it is what's called flesh kosher, which means they only serve meat. There's no dairy served there.
Cynthia, what did you have?
I had many combinations. So it was a combination of the grilled chicken, beef, and then it was a ground beef, and it was very flavorful. I was surprised at how good the food was. I didn't expect it to be rich in seasons. I expected it to be pretty bland, but I was pleasantly surprised by the taste of it, and not only that, but the quantity. It was more than I could eat.
It started out with the pastels, I believe, and it was the potato that was fried, looked like a little eclairs. It came with the hummus, and it was very good, great starter. We ordered the falafel, because I've heard a lot about the falafel there, and the pita bread that they use.
Pita bread's phenomenal.
I've never had anything else. I wanted to buy in bulk when I left and find out if I can actually still do that. But I loved the food. The falafel was to die for. Just amazing. That pita bread, I can't say enough about it.
David, what are some of your favorite items?
Well, when I go there, I always get the little appetizer plate that has some hummus on it. It has some baba ganoush, which is an eggplant mix. It has eggplant on there, and it's a great starter. I usually go for a sandwich. I'll either get the shawarma, or like I said, the falafel sandwiches are phenomenal. The shish kebab is great. The portions are certainly plentiful. There's tons of food to eat. There's lots of food. There's always lots of food when you're eating somewhere that's Jewish. They, you know, they don't hold back.
David, I felt like when I was there, it was sort of, I felt not out of place, but it seems like they knew a lot of people that came in there and were having a lot of conversation, and sort of we were the odd people out just because I don't think we've ever been there before. So I felt a little like an outsider, and I don't know, maybe you seem to have gone there. Why?
Well, the community does know each other.
Okay.
It's a very small, it's a very tight community, but they don't make people feel uncomfortable. I mean,
You're right. I agree, David. That and that was the one thing that I really appreciated about the restaurant, was that I knew I was the odd woman out, and I was made to feel very comfortable. In fact, when we paid our bill, I'm not sure if that was the owner who took the money, but he said, "Next time I'll serve you."
Right.
You know, and he was just very friendly and very warm, and I appreciated that.
And they do try to do that. And talking to the owners, they can recognize people that have come in for the first time. They know that you look a little out of place. They see people walk in and they're kind of deer in the headlights, and they will try to make sure that you're comfortable and make you feel at home and make you feel warm there.
David, you picked Taboun Grill. Give us a summary.
Taboun Grill is the place that you want to go if you are looking to have the best Israeli and Middle Eastern food that you've ever had. And it's an experience in Jewish and Israeli culture that you can experience and feel right at home with, and have some of the best food you've ever had.
Byron?
If you would like a family-oriented, laid-back, with a lot of variety of food options, this would be a great place to go to.
Cynthia?
Being out of my comfort zone, I found comfort. And that's always a good experience, particularly, you know, with a city like Chicago. The food was wonderful, great meal, great environment. I would certainly recommend it.
All right. Well, you can try the falafel and much more at Taboun Grill, 6339 North California, 773-381-2606. Open for lunch and dinner Monday through Thursday, lunch only on Friday, and for lunch and dinner on Sunday. Saturday hours are seasonal. Reservations are accepted, and the average tab per person is $30.